what do I even say? Um, well, I'm back. I'm making a video. It's been a year and a half since I last recorded. Like, well, since you've seen my face. I mean, I posted like a video 3 or 4 months ago, but that doesn't really count. The last time you've seen my face was a year and a half ago, and I've changed a lot since then. Like, now I'm wearing glasses. I like wearing hats. I have long hair now that touches my nipples. My nipples are up here. You can't tell. And also, earlier this year, I got diagnosed with ADHD. Did you just say my name? Come on, man. This camera's too low. Yeah, that's right. It's me, Anthony Davis. You can tell by the eyebrow. And I am roommates with Hunky Salmon. And why'd you call my name, bro? Anthony Davis? I wasn't saying your name. I was just coming out with the information that I was diagnosed with ADHD earlier this year. I wasn't saying AD, silly. Oh, that's my bad, bro. Anyways, I was on my way to play a pick-up game of basketball. I was wondering if maybe you want to come. I mean, you don't have to play, but just watch on the sidelines would be nice. I'm sorry, bro, but I can't. I'm in the middle of recording a video right now. Plus, I only watch NBA games in the comfort of my living room on a TV screen. You didn't even make the playoffs, so I won't be able to watch you till next year. Plus, I mean, you already knew this. I only watch AD and HD. Wow. Really? Really, dude? I busted my ass and my foot this season for you. And all you do in return is write me to a pointless script just so you can make an ADHD pun out of me? I I did I didn't mean it like that. Stop. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from you right now. Okay? I don't want to hear it. We're gonna talk about this later. Okay. Yes, Anthony Davis is my roommate. And I also got diagnosed with ADHD earlier this year. But I don't even know what that really means. I've had doctors and psychiatrists kind of explain it to me, but I still don't completely understand what it is. And also, have we learned anything from COVID? Can I even trust these health professionals? So that's why I am going to do thorough research so I can come up with an accurate self diagnosis. And after it's all confirmed, I'm going to go on my Facebook group and continue to preach about how medication is a sleazy scam by the government to exploit hard-working Americans, and how Adderall is going to link me to the 5G network system somehow. Does that make sense, right? No, but seriously, this is all new to me. And frankly, I practically know nothing about how my brain works. So this video is for me just as much as it is for you. Alright, here we go. So step one, vigorous research. Alright, let's see. Inattentive ADHD. Alright, I gotta skip the ads. Useless. Scroll. Click on the first article I see, and there we go. That should be enough. All the information I need is probably in here. And it's named after a pun? Come on, that's class. I love puns. Puns are great. And what are the chances the first article I pick is named after a pun? That's I couldn't think of a pun. All right, I've been using ADHD as like an umbrella term, but the diagnosis I have is inattentive type, which is also known as ADD. So let's just see what ADD, like what is ADD actually? Let's see. Inattentive ADHD explained. Inattentive ADHD, once called ADD, is a subtype of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder that often manifests as limited attention span, distractibility, forgetfulness, or procrastination. People with inattentive ADHD make careless mistakes because they have difficulty sustaining focus, following detailed instructions, and organizing tasks and activities. They are easily distracted by external stimuli and often lose things. They may leave projects unfinished and appear not to listen when you speak. These are all symptoms of inattentive type ADHD. They are not personal defects. Okay. So, I mean, we're off to a good start. I experienced those things, but I should read further just to make sure that doctors aren't lying to me. Oh my, oh boy. Wow. This picture is crazy. But I don't know if it's a accurate representation of ADHD, right? Like, I feel like kids, ADHD or not, do this. I still do it. That's the first thing I do when I enter the room. And I'm turning 19 in 2 weeks. By the way, so when's my birthday? You know what to do. But if you tell me that if you slept in a hotel room as a child, and the first thing that you did when you entered the room was anything other than jumping from bed to bed, then you grew up to become a tree. You were definitely walking to your monthly book club meetup when you tripped over thin air, fell into a puddle of mud, got stuck, and sprouted a pine tree out of your stomach because pine cones are your favorite food. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. You're the one who didn't jump on beds, and you're the one who eats pine cones. All right, what is this actually talking about? I don't have the hyperactive subtype, but the subtypes are hyperactive impulsive ADHD, prominently inattentive, and then combined. All right, but we're going to focus on the subtype I have, inattentive. What are symptoms of inattentive ADHD? Um, I don't feel like reading all of these right now. I'm just going to skip over it. We'll probably get to it. All right. Symptom 1, careless mistakes. A child with inattentive ADHD may rush through a quiz, missing questions he knows answers to, or skipping whole sections in haste. An adult may fail to carefully proofread a document or email the work, drawing unwanted attention and embarrassment. If you tell yourself to slow down and pay attention, but find it mentally painful and physically uncomfortable to do so, this may be a sign of inattentive ADHD. Your brain is aching to jump to the next thing, and ultimately, you just have to give in. What are they talking about? I don't make careless mistakes. Explosion! Okay, fine. Maybe I make a few. But that one was on purpose. That was a careful mistake. But I will admit, I do make a lot of careless mistakes. From misreading assignments, instructions, texts, basically words in general, to skipping steps to basic tasks such as cooking and cleaning. But I don't step on gum like they showed. Instead, I step in a lot of dog shit. Inattentive ADHD symptom 2. Short attention span. Unfinished classwork, half-done art projects, and incomplete reading assignments are all hallmark signs of attention. Uh, fuck. Are all. God, I'm just gonna restart. Unfinished classwork, half done art projects, and incomplete reading assignments are all hallmark signs of attention problems in students. Adults with inattentive ADHD despise boring work meetings. Oh my God, this is so hard to read. Adults with adults with inattentive ADHD despise boring work meetings 10 times more than their colleagues and need to be chewing gum, sipping coffee, or even standing during meetings in order to sustain their attention throughout. If you are consistently frustrated by your inability to make it through long documents, stay focused during meetings, and see projects through the com- completion, that could be a sign. Whew, that was a journey. But yeah. It took me 2 months to script this video alone. I think that's enough said. Explosion! Ugh! Inattentive ADHD Symptom 3. Poor listening skills. Students with inattentive ADHD typically get about half the instructions relayed to them verbally, if that. Their notebooks are filled with more doodles than notes, and they need to record and listen back to lectures several times to absorb all the information. Adults don't do well with cocktail parties. They interrupt other stories with their own anecdotes, never remember names, and zone out about halfway through every conversation. If you're constantly being asked, "Weren't you listening?" or "Why am I wasting my breath?" that could be a sign of inattentive ADHD. This might tie in. This might tie into short attention span, but I personally suck at conversation making, conversating, conversing. You get the point. I'm an awful multitasker, and talking to people requires a level of concentration I don't possess. So many times my mind will go blank, but as if on cue, I hear the last few words of the statement being said, leaving me to guess what they said and come up with a response on the spot. I also do this thing where I stare at a person's nose instead of paying attention. What am I thinking about? Why am I staring at noses? I don't know. Please tell me. I don't have answers. Oh, and if there's music playing somewhere, good luck getting through to me. My brain can only handle one or the other, and music will grab me by the balls and dang me over the roof of the Eiffel Tower. I'm not listening to you if I'm being dangled over the roof of the Eiffel Tower being held by my balls. Inattentive ADHD Symptom 4. No follow through. For children and adults alike, inattentive ADHD may manifest as million projects lying around the house in states of completion. The vegetable garden that got planted but never watered, the new organization system that was assembled but never used, the abandoned sheet music for the piano lesson started and then ditched after a few months. If you love to plan and start projects but get sidetracked and leave trail of unfulfilled promises in your wake, that could be a sign of inattentive. Ugh, sorry. That could be a sign of inattentive ADHD. This point is pretty boring and straightforward. It took me 2 months to script this video, and I came up with the video idea months before that. But they did get one thing right. ADHD does feel exactly like getting thrown off a roller coaster. That's right. ADHD is the equivalent to dying. Inattentive ADHD Symptom 4. No follow through. For children and adults alike, inattentive ADHD can manifest as a million projects lying around the house in states of completion. I fucking read that already. All right. Inattentive ADHD Symptom 5. Disorganization. Lost your phone again, your keys, that report that's due tomorrow. Since we're often thinking about something else when we're putting down important things, inattentive adults are prone to the worst of ADHD's hallmark disorganizational symptoms. Our homes, cars, and workplaces can look like a tornado just hit them, which can fill inattentive adults with crippling amount of shame. Don't you look at me like that. What, me? With a messy room? But your honor, my dog stepped on a bee. Alright, fine, you caught me. Oh, you want to see my room? I don't have the evidence for that. Just kidding. Fine. This is my room, but it's not my fault. I swear. Remember? I'm roommates with Tornado. Hey, man, just stay in my room, dude. Privacy. And I'm not gonna clean it. But do you get it though? Tornado. Tornado? AD? My roommate? I thought that was pretty clever. Inattentive ADHD symptom 6. Laziness or apathy. He could pay attention. He could pay attention if he tried. She she's just not dedicated. That's why she misses so many deadlines. Unfortunately, inattentive symptoms sometimes make us look lazy or uncaring, especially if ADHD is undiagnosed or hasn't been disclosed. Without treatment, we're prone to losing jobs and friends, or even developing a hard and bitter persona as a defense mechanism. If everyone's pinned you as lazy your whole life, it's easy to start to see yourself that way too. How many times do I have to say this? It took me 2 months to write this script. Explosion! Inattentive ADHD symptom 7. Bermuda Triangle Syndrome. Everyone misplaces their car keys or phone from time to time. People with inattentive ADHD trade stories about finding their glasses in the freezer and frozen peas in their purse. They tend to misplace the essential things they need for a living: keys, wallet, backpack, sports equipment on a daily basement on a daily basis. If you haven't found that you need a launch pad near the door to ensure you don't forget your phone and couldn't live without a locator device attached to your keyring, that could be a sign. Oh, God. This is so annoying. I lose something every single day. And I'll retrace my steps and wonder how the hell my phone ended up inside of a milk cart. I mean, one time, I had lost my earbud case for over a month, and my brother found it sitting on the coffee table. I'm not exaggerating. I couldn't find it all over the house, and a month later, it was just sitting on the coffee table. The whole time. I'm actually dealing with this problem right now at this very moment. I recently lost my Itachi magic wand and can't find it to save my life from flying off the edge of a roller coaster. Don't worry. I only use it for tightness in between my shoulders and my asshole. Inattentive ADHD symptom 8. Distractibility. Inattentive adults are dreamers, doodling on their notes during a big meeting, or studying a fly on the wall while their spouses are asking about bills, often nicknamed space cadets or written off as flaky. Many people misinterpret their lack of focus as lack of interest, and they can be frustrated by the inability to pay attention, especially when it's important that they do so. Yeah. I get easily distracted. But I can't Oh God. Is that a leprechaun getting raw dogged by a dolphin? What the hell? There is no way I can show that on camera. But I am turned on, and you're gonna have to take my word for it. Huh. Where was I? Oh yeah. The only time they call me Space Cadet is when they see me in the air, flying off a roller coaster. Alright, now you've reached the treatment for ADD. Wait, I feel like I forgot something. Oh, of course. Forgetfulness. Um, I think I'm just gonna skip this one. I don't really feel like doing it. So the rest of the video is pretty boring. It's just talking about how to treat ADHD and strategies to overcome shortcomings that come with this disorder. I just said come 3 times in the same sentence. That's pretty funny. That's pretty cummy. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't like to be red. It wants to be gray. Okay? Make sure that it's happy. Also, hit the like button if you liked it, or hit the like button if you didn't like it. Just hit it anyways. It doesn't matter. It's not affecting your life, is it? I mean, if this video gets 1 like, I'll post 1 video before the year's over. I think that's a fair goal, considering I'm giving myself about 6 months, and it took me about 6 months to make this video. So, you've got that to look forward to. So, how do people normally outro videos? Maybe with an explosion!